And I had the money. I was traveling. I was doing other things. Why couldn't I go to DR? And it broke me too, and it broke my heart. And I told my wife, I was like, babe, I gotta go. She was like, go. I'm like, I'm going to DR. You know, where all the bitches at, you know?
What is going on, guys? We are back with another episode. It's Dominican Jonn here in this new studio. You know what I'm saying? Had to upgrade real quick with my boy.
Yo, what's good? What's good? Que lo que mi gente? What's up? Mi gente, do I say my name
Yeah,
or
I don't know. You ready for your intro?
But I don't know how you do it. Like usually,
you introduce yourself the way you want to.
Yo, what's good, everybody? My name is DonJose, Dominican. Así mismo como el amigo mío, my boy here to the right. I'm known everywhere as DonJose or RealDonJose on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, MySpace, Twitter.
A Dominican cop in the
Dominican cop in the building.
Introduce the drink of the night, my boy.
So,
let's get to drinking because my man.
But I don't know the drink of the night to be specific. You know the drink of the night, but it's a margarita. But you said it's a margarita mangoes blend, or not mangoes blend, mambo's blend.
Mambo. So I had margaritas. So the way we used to make margaritas is with sweet and sour. And it's sweet and sour lemon, but I still got the lime juice because everyone has lime juice in their sweet.
Yep. All right,
and then
so
the triple sec is just a treat. It's always cheap triple sec.
Okay.
But it's the liquor you put in for margaritas.
And then we're gonna use
Don Julio tequila
Blanco. Not
shit, I fucked up.
Yeah, I said reposado.
I don't know. I just seen whatever Don Julio was there, and I said, "Shit,
yeah,
we're making margaritas, so it doesn't matter."
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna mix it with everything else, so we good. All right, so we make the margaritas and talk at the same time in the podcast. I figure you have your questions that you want to ask me. Mm-hmm. Every once in a while, my Spanish accent sometimes come in. So if everybody sees that I talk like this, it's because sometimes my brain don't connect to my throat.
Okay. All right, cool.
Okay, so ¿cómo hacemos esto? Like, how do we? Do you know the blend?
Yeah. Tequila first.
Okay.
Then this second.
You making yours? I'm making mine.
Okay, yeah.
No.
But I need tequila. But yeah. And then you want to try sweet and sour or lime juice, or not both. But you could do both. But I wouldn't recommend both.
All right.
You know what I'm
I think that's enough tequila. Yeah. So yours? Damn, I put a lot of tequila there. All right, you said sweet and sour or lime juice.
Yeah. But you want to go with this first.
Okay, that first.
Yeah.
I think I might have put too much tequila.
You're gonna water it down with the.
Let me see. Hold on, I'll tell you right now.
Oh, you have an extra cup?
No, I'm good. Yeah, that's why I do that to measure.
Oh, okay.
On yours too. Come on, baby.
If I fuck up, I fuck up, man. You know what I'm saying?
You know how we do it.
Make sure my little TikTok
All right.
logos. Oh, right here.
Okay, how much of this do we put? Does it matter?
Yeah,
or?
it doesn't matter. That's just like juice.
Okay. All right, cool.
Not gonna do anything.
And then
Either or.
what do you recommend? The sweet and sour or the lime?
If you put too much sweet and sour, it tastes like shit.
Mm-hmm.
You put the right amount, it tastes fire. And then the lime is just like a little syrup. So I'm gonna go with the sweet and sour.
Okay.
It's your choice if you wanna. This is the original lime juice. You put lime juice after your little triple sec and your tequila. So it's really up to you. But
I'm gonna try with this. Nah, you know what? Let me try with this one since you're trying it with that one. That way I can taste yours and taste mine and see if I fucked up.
Wait, did I put that in here?
Yeah.
Did I?
Yeah. Yo, you haven't even started drinking already?
I don't remember.
And does it matter how much of this you put?
No, that's supposed to fill up.
Oh.
That's supposed to fill up your cup.
Yeah, yours looks more like margarita than mine. And then I figured you can shake it because you can't have.
I'm not making a mess.
You want me to do yours?
No, I'm good.
My boy's scared.
I want you to blame me. You ready?
Oh wow. Oh, this is good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's.
Yeah, taste that.
Yours gives me more margarita.
Yours is good too. Yeah, mine more margarita. Yours more that.
If this was bigger, we could have put a little bit more, but.
Woo.
This gives you more of a sour.
Yeah.
I like them both.
Yeah, I like them both. Yeah, both have a good different kick.
Start off with the drink of the night. I know we're drinking margaritas, and you said you've been drinking too much. I thought you were gonna say like I was hoping a little Buchanan or Gold Label or something like that.
No. Tequila.
You're a tequila guy.
Yeah, yo, tequila. I'm gonna tell you one thing about tequila. Tequila's nasty, but so am I after a couple shots.
Someone said tequila doesn't give you the next day. What do you call those?
Well, if you drink a good amount of water, like if you mix it half and half, like you go water, tequila, the next day you're golden. Okay. But if Buchanan or anything else, you can drink water, Buchanan, and you still wake up with a fucking headache and a hangover. Yeah.
All right. Listen, start off the podcast, guys. One more time, it's Dominican Jonn, DonJose, Dominican Cop. We go way back. We're not gonna talk about our way back or history.
Mm-hmm.
We might talk about it because it might pop up.
Yeah, yeah.
We're gonna get down to the juicy parts. We're gonna get down to a lot of things. I don't
Yeah.
want to say anything. So we're gonna go one by one. So I got 3 segments, my boy.
Okay.
The first segment is called Down in the DMs. Is any kind of topic a fan mentions or gossip or rumors mentioned on social media?
Oh.
I put top 3 comments. Whatever I see, I screenshot. If I comment, argue with somebody in the comments about something like
Okay.
I don't know, anything debatable and stuff, I bring it to the podcast to talk about it on the podcast.
Okay.
And then anything crazy that's happening in the world.
Got it.
So we're gonna start off with, it was a video. I didn't even like the video. Her answer was ass. So I'm gonna ask you, because it's more of us thing.
Okay.
What's the most amount of money you've ever been paid as an influencer?
It all depends. Like, paid like by ads or
Views, ads, club nights.
the most money I've made in a month from social media. Let me put it that way. From social media, I guess in general. I would say about 18,000 in a month. It was a good month.
On a social platform.
Yeah, I mean, I was busy on altogether pretty much. But
Altogether on social
yeah,
media.
altogether on social media. Yeah, 18K. Yeah, altogether social media plus doing my gigs, my hosting events, my promos for brands and stuff like that. Yeah, yeah. But the majority of it did come from Facebook.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
Yeah, Facebook.
It's Facebook.
Shorts. I mean Reels. Sorry. Ooh.
Reels now, but you've been on Facebook for years. So what's the transition of what you used to do and how I don't know if you used to get paid back in the day when we were doing our skits, but to now where Reels is actually paying off.
Well, back in the days, we didn't really get paid on Facebook. Mm-hmm. On Facebook, we pretty much just did it to grow, and then connect with brands, and then for us to work with them to make that money like that. So to be able to like not have to deal so much with brands, because dealing with brands a lot of times it's a pain. Depending if you get a good brand, they let you work and they let you do stuff your way. I love the brand that tell you like, yo, I need this video about this thing. Do it your way. You know your fans. You know your content. Do it your way. I love those people. And then you give them the video. They sometimes have like, hey, can you do me a favor? Can you edit this word out because this word just doesn't go with their brand? No problem. But then you have those brands that they send you the script of whole line of how they want you to say it. And then if you don't say it the way they want to say it, they want you to refilm it and refilm it and refilm it. And it's time wasted, and you got to keep filming it. And then if you don't have the clothes or the location that you filmed it originally, then you got to go back, to the location, hope it's the same way, and it just becomes a pain. But dealing with Facebook now and Instagram and all these social media platforms, and now we're making money directly from the platforms themselves and from our fan subscriptions who support us, it makes it easier for us to create the content that they like seeing.
So I'm going to say right now, since you, like I said, you're an OG on the Facebook, Instagram back in the day doing skits. Another one, what's the transition on seeing these TikTokers that have 1 million followers and be like, I charge 10K, I charge 5K, I charge 8K. I know we talked about the other day that you're like, damn, I also charging like $500, and I didn't know. So can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Well, what happens is, like you said, I came from back when, we weren't charging a lot for social for posting or for doing events or for doing hosting. We weren't charging a lot because the reach wasn't as it was now. There wasn't a lot of other, and it's weird because there wasn't a lot of other competition. So you think you charge more,
and now there's mad competition.
But now you have to charge more because of the way that you are compared to your competition. That's what it is. I guess the best way I could put it is back then there wasn't so much competition because the quality was just so on point. Mm-hmm. So you charge for your quality. Yeah, yep. Now your quality is so on point, so you can charge more because the competition is not at the quality that you're at. Mm-hmm. Is at least the way that I do it. But I don't know. I charge pretty much almost the same. I'm not crazy about it. Like,
because you're happy.
Yeah, I'm happy. And hosting, like if I go hosting, I'm not gonna charge a ridiculous amount of money. They're already paying me to drink. They're paying me to be there, and then they're paying me to interact with my fans and to enjoy some time with them. So if I can make a little money for gas and maybe a hotel because I'm out there, then I'm cool with that. I'm just happy to connect with my peoples.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Do you think the social media world is oversaturated?
Yeah, I think it is.
Even with the competition, because you have Facebook now, you could be Facebookers, you could be Instagrammers, you could be TikTokers, you could be YouTubers.
But you got to remember, if a person's doing this correctly, you're not just a TikToker. Mm-hmm. You're not just a YouTuber. You're not just an Instagrammer. Yep. You're a social media influencer. You're a content creator is what I like to say.
Yep.
You know, you're creating content for all the platforms. If you're not doing it for all the platforms, then you're gonna fall off because one platform's gonna die out and you're gonna fall right on. It's the same thing that happened with Vine. Back in the days, everybody was stuck on Vine. They were growing on Vine big time, and nobody cared about posting on Facebook. I was posting on Facebook. Nobody cared about posting on YouTube. I was posting on YouTube. And I was posting on Instagram. So when Vine died, a lot of them stayed behind, and they weren't able to adapt to the changes that came with being in a different platform. So, I mean, if you're going to be a content creator, you got to do it for all, hands down. But I like that. I like that we can make money directly from the platform instead of, from charging brands and charging clubs so much. Because, like I said, I enjoy doing that. I enjoy going to the club. So if I can charge them a little less and still do that and make my money and still be good and take care of my family and continue doing what I'm doing, mejor todavía.
So what creator fund are you in and what platforms are you posting on right now?
I'm on the Facebook Reels, Facebook bonuses, Facebook ads, Facebook Lives, and then they have Facebook stars and another Facebook comments. Like if people comment on my post and the likes that I receive, I get paid for those as well. Nice. So that's Facebook. Instagram, you have Reels plus the brands, like the ads that I do on brands. Like I don't do too much of that on Facebook. I do more of that on Instagram. I think a lot of companies rather post their promotions on Facebook. I mean, I'm sorry, on Instagram, yeah. And TikTok now. So where my money goes, it's Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and that's it. So actually no, I'm sorry. Facebook brands. So Facebook brands, then YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. So Instagram is the last of the pot. Okay. Yeah. But Instagram also falls on the branded side. So Instagram and brands are the same thing. Because all of them want me to post on either TikTok or Instagram.
So you're collecting brand deals off
So I'm
Instagram?
collecting brands off of them, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Anything else you want to say about that topic? Any motivation to the young creators right now that are only posting TikToks and they're only TikTokers and they're only YouTubers?
Go all out and post everywhere. I think a lot of people they want to film directly on these platforms, and it's good to make your videos and film directly using the app because they push people who use their app to create the content. But I say find a way to do that as well as film directly on your camera roll and upload to these other platforms. Make the money there. And when is it, in January or in February? Reels are going to start paying ads. Not Reels, sorry, Shorts are going to start paying ads. Mm-hmm. And they were paying bonuses not too long ago for some exclusive members. Now they're going to start paying ads. And I'm saying, yo, jump on that bandwagon now because I remember
the views are eligible right now. Just
yeah.
Okay, just making sure you know.
I remember when I was building my YouTube, it was tough because you had to have that the views. You had to have like ¿cómo se llama? Like when somebody stays watching your content, somebody stays watching your video for a long time. You gotta have
the watch time.
Your watch times. Your watch times have to be high for you to start getting traction for YouTube to push your videos, so that your videos can go viral or get views and you can start getting subscribers. Now you can post a bunch of shorts and blow up overnight. Like it's crazy. Like it took me almost 2-3 years to get 100,000 subscribers, and then I started posting shorts, and I'm at 250,000 in less than 6 months.
Yep.
After making 100,000, so it's crazy. It's crazy.
I was at 300 and I'm almost at 30K right now.
Exactly. So you see what I mean?
All right, let's get to the next one, my boy. There's a video for you. The question is going to be weird, but we're not going to be talking about that question.
Okay.
Don't say the word because we can't use the word on this platform.
Okay.
But it's the meaning behind it and the message he's about to send you, and we're going to talk about the TBT back in the days because we have a little bit of an age difference.
Got it.
Okay. How old you are.
Okay. I'm no mind. I don't give a shit. 44.
Oh, shit.
I don't give a damn. I told you, I'm an open book.
All right. My man's 44 years old. If you guys don't know, let's see if you can hear it, and let's get to it.
Would I date an OnlyFans girl? I'm a conservative Muslim. We don't even date, period. If I wanted to marry you today, I would go to your father and I'd approach your father. What's your dad's name?
Dan.
I'd say, Dan, I've taken interest in your daughter. I think she's a lovely girl, but I wanted to approach you first. This is the respectful manner. I approach your father, Dan.
So forget the OF girls.
Okay.
Nowadays. I don't want to ask you about that.
Okay.
You're a married man. With kids. I want to ask you the transition. I don't know. I keep saying transition. I'm pushing out your age. I don't know why I keep saying transition. But from back in the day when you were a younger man, and were you in DR or you were here?
I was here.
Because
I left the yard when I was 5.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So how you approach women back in the day and how people are now on like Tinder and swiping left and on Snapchat and stuff like that. How would you approach a woman? This man said he used to go to the father and he doesn't do dating. He goes straight and asks for the man's, you know what I'm saying, respect.
My dad used to do that too.
Okay.
My dad used to do that too. I personally never did that. I mean, my dad taught me to do that. He told me, this is what you're supposed to do.
Yep.
I have met girls' parents, but not to ask them, can I date your daughter? Like, I was already dating the daughter by the time I met their parents. So I think that's it's good for him. Like, if that's the way he wants to be, and that's being a gentleman is great. But I just think you need to evolve, and I think that's what happened with our country, with us as humans. We've evolved to the point where we're free to make our own choices. I don't think a woman should ask her father, permission to live her life with who she wants to live with. Like, I don't think a woman should be held, or a father should be held accountable for the choices her daughter makes. She should make her own choices, and she should have her own decisions. So I think that's wrong, but that's just me. That's why when my father taught me that, I never did it that way. Yeah.
So what was it the way back in the day? Because I know you guys didn't have Tinder.
Back in the days.
You guys didn't have internet.
No, back in the days, we used to meet up with the girls in school.
Yeah.
The girls in school, or when you go out to a little getty, you're all together and you're at a house party or something like that. You see a girl you like, you talk to her, you call her over the landline, because we had no cell phones.
Over the what?
Landline. No, I had the button by that time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had the button. Rotary. No, I had the button on my time. I had a button. And we used to call them, and it was funny because a lot of times, like, the girls, their dad wouldn't let them date, right? So I used to have to call them and act like a girl. Hi, can I please speak to Patricia?
Okay.
And they're like, oh, hi. Okay, Dad, hang up. Click.
Oh, because all the phones are
exactly
connected, right?
all the phones are connected, so you have to wait till the dad hangs up, and then anytime that you hear like a click, you knew somebody picked up the phone. So my voice had to change automatically. So I'm over here like, yo, girl, I miss you. I can't wait to see you. Hello? Oh my God, I can't believe it. I had to flip it quick because I heard the click, so I knew somebody picked up the phone, and for her not to get in trouble with her dad, you had to be sneaky. You had to do it that way.
Was that a thing? That was
a thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a thing. Yeah, we used to call them up, and we'll talk, and we'll meet up in school after school, a little kisses here and there, and that's about it. I mean, we didn't go. If we go to movies, it's sneaking out, going to movies, or skipping school. That used to be our shit back in the days.
Okay. I just wanted to know, you know what I'm saying? Because today's world, there's videos that show you like, dating is harder now because now you have access to millions of people on your phone that people don't want to,
What?
Bro, Tinder, you could literally swipe for an hour.
Exactly. So it's not harder. It's easier. I mean,
he's meant like harder to be official.
Harder to find a woman, real love, a woman that you want to call yours and to say, this is a woman I'm going to take home to mom and dad, because that's still a thing. And I think that's actually, like, mom, dad, I want to introduce you to the woman who I love, who I want to be my wife. A man will still do that. But to find like anybody to smash is super easy. And when you're young, you're not thinking about love. You're thinking about having a good time and smashing. You're thinking about going crazy. Now, you get to a point where it becomes ridiculous, and yes, it becomes harder to find a girl that's real, because nowadays I think a lot of women are they're so independent that they don't need a man. That for you to get the right one, you got to show them that they should want you. You want to be around. Like, my wife tells me all the time, she's like, I don't need you. And when I first heard that, I was like,
that's good.
No. At first, I didn't understand that.
You didn't understand
it. Yeah, because I was raised where, a man needs to be the man of the house. He needs to be the person who's needed, this and that. So when my wife told me, I don't need you, I was like, what do you mean you don't need me? Like, you want me to leave? You saying it's over? She's like, no. Let me break it down to you. I don't need you. You're in my life because I want you in my life, because I desire for you to be in my life, not because I need you. So it was then that it clicked to me, like, wow. Back in the days, my dad used to have to be wanted. Like, I want you to be the man of the house. And he never felt needed, is what I think is a big problem with my dad and my mom and all that. Yeah, they sit together because we want you to raise our kids. We want you to pay the bills, Like, Mom, sorry, I need you. I need you to pay the bills. I need you to help me raise the kids. It wasn't, I want you to be my partner for life. You know what I mean? Like, stuff like that.
So you think in today's world, where women are independent, it's because they actually want the individual. They don't really need them to pay the bills. They don't need them to put the food on the table.
I can't say all of the women.
Yeah, okay.
I can't speak
for everybody.
I can't speak for everybody because there are that set few who don't care about love.
Okay.
They just want that sugar daddy to pay them bills, to send them that cash app. And there are women out there that are like just so sick of it. They're just so sick of like finding these horrible men. But then us men are so sick of being used for money and being treated like we're worthless unless we have money that it's hard for those two people to connect. I was really lucky to find my wife that I have now because my ex was horrible person. As far as, she was okay with me splurging and buying her everything and paying for everything, but she hated when I worked. I hate you working all the time, but I do want Louis Vuitton.
Yeah.
You can't like this. It's hard to do those. It's either one or the other. And before I did. Luckily, thank God, I found a way to do both and still spend quality time with my family. But it is harder now. It is harder to find someone who's gonna love you for you and be there for you when you're garbage, when you're nothing, when you have no money, when you're down in the dumps, and help you grow to be better. It's tough. It is tough. And now it's all about money. It's all about what you can do for me right now.
And you said, when you're young, you think about smashing, you don't think about love. What advice you have for men like me? I'm 26. You know what I'm saying? Am I too late to find love, or am I a good age? I still 4 or 5 years. What do you have for advice?
No, I think you still have time. I mean, I think us men, I think once we get into our peak, which is our 30, 35, I'm a different breed. All my friends will tell you, like, all my friends are like between 22 to 30 to 31. Like those are my friend list, and I'm 44. So, but I'm a different breed of man, like as far as energy wise and stuff like that. But a lot of men reach their peak at 30, 35, where you have this energy to do everything, to take over the world, to be sexually crazy active. You hit that peak, and then we start plateauing, we start coming down. So, but you're still at a good age where you can definitely do what you want to do, have fun. But I would say start looking for the one.
Okay.
Because they're hard to find. They're not like back in the days you can find them. Yeah, you can find a good wife. Now you gotta look a little harder, a little deeper.
What do you one more question. What do you think about the men that go to DR and just find that quiet girl that cleans and everything like that?
I saw that. I think was it you who posted it? Oh, something about the women are complaining about the men that the travel. What is it? Travel wives or overseas wives or something like that.
About the Bernice shorties and
yeah.
DR?
That they go to other countries to find a wife.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know who posted it. But I did see that a lot of women are upset because men are going to other countries to find love, but it's because it's a whole different vibe. Like a woman in our country is taught to love a man, to honor a man, to treat a man right, and he'll treat you right. He'll do right by you. At least my parents taught me that. You do right by your woman will do right by you. I think here, a lot of the women are taught you don't need a man, you're independent. You can be yourself, you don't need nobody. All that matters is you. And it's fine if that's the life you want to live, but then what happens is you get to an age where you want to get married and you've been taught all your life that you don't need a man, that now you have no idea of what it is to like be in a good, stable relationship. So it's fucked up, but that's why we go to our countries to find that type of woman because they're raised that way.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right. You ready?
Yeah.
This one's a little bit more personal.
Okay.
For you.
Después de 7 años de no ver a mi papá.
You said this is the first time you've seen your father cry.
Yes.
You've seen the man after 7 years. And my question to you is, how important is fatherhood? Because I know you have some children. I know you take care, and you're a stepfather.
Stepkids.
Stepkids. How important is fatherhood right now in this generation? How important is fatherhood right now for you, and why haven't you seen the man in 7 years?
Let's first answer the question of why I haven't seen my dad in 7 years. Before that, my mom and dad, had a really good, healthy relationship. They got divorced. When they got divorced, after all they've been going through, that I was also going through what I was going through in my life, and going through my divorce as well. After their divorce, it hit me hard, and I couldn't trust and love more, and it also opened my eyes to my two parents have been together for years raising us, that they call it quits because they couldn't take it anymore. And I was in a relationship where it was horrible. Like every day was a nightmare when I woke up. Then I'm like, wow, so these two people ended things after years, and now look at their age that they're at, and now they're having to start their lives over again. Do I want to live that same life where I find out, 20 years down the line, I was with the wrong person? So then I started going through my whole thing, and then I found out some stuff that my ex did to me that destroyed my marriage. And I started going through my own thing. I went to visit my father after that. After that, I went to visit him, and I came here, moved to Florida. It's dealing with the divorce, having my kids taken away, losing my job. So trying to regrow as a person, starting from scratch. Again, that I didn't have, number one, the funds to go see him. And then when I did have the funds to go see him, then COVID hit. Yep. And I didn't want to go visit my father during that time and risk me getting him sick. And then, I lost my grandmother. I lost a friend to COVID. So I didn't want to risk that. So I took my time, not going back. But then my fault is I just kept getting busier and busier and busier and not coming up, with the time. I had the money now, but now I just wasn't making it at the time. Yep. And then also, growing my new business and doing so much and trying to do a better life and be a better father for my kids that I have now. That I didn't make the time. It was all on me. Yeah. And I said, babe, I gotta go. I gotta see my dad. It's been way too long. I would call before I would call my dad, and he would answer right away, happy. Now I call my dad and I can hear depression in his voice. And then he told my mom, he's like, out of all my kids, I've always been the closest to him. My sister, my brother, they're never close to my parents, but I've always been the closest to my dad and my mom. And my mom told me, she said that my dad called her and said that he doesn't know what he's doing living in this world, because the only son that he had that loved and called him all the time was me. And I stopped. My mom said, why? Why did you stop? And I'm like, I don't know why. Yeah. That was the worst part, is I didn't know why. Because I had the time. Now I had the time and I had the money. I was traveling. I was doing other things. Why couldn't I go to DR? And it broke me too, and it broke my heart. And I told my wife, I was like, babe, I gotta go. She was like, go. I'm like, I'm going to DR. Where all the bitches at, You know what I mean? She's like, go. I trust you. Go. Yeah. I know what you're going for, and I know how you feel. Go. And I went, and it was, when I say, this was the first, my dad was hit by a forklift when he was working at Publix, a Publix warehouse as a manager. He was hit and run over by a forklift, almost lost his arm, his legs, and couldn't walk for years. And to say that during that process, that pain that he was going through, I never once, and I helped clean his bandages, and I never once saw him cry. Never once, through all that pain that he was going through. And the day that he saw me and hugged me, it was like, wow. Like my dad crying, never. So to see that, it just really touched me. It made me feel loved again by my father. It also made him feel loved that he saw his son didn't forget him. So it was really, really good. The way my dad raised me really good, and this is going on to the other question that you said, what does fatherhood mean to me? My dad, I think, raised me at the best of his abilities with what he knew and how he was raised. And the reason I say it like that is because our Hispanic parents were abusive. They might not say it is, but he would tell me to go out, grab a switch from a tree, go take a shower, come back, and whoop my ass wet. That's abuse. That's like, and if I do that now, I go to jail. Yeah. You know what I mean? So the way the laws is now is abuse. But that's how they were raised. That's all they knew. That's how they thought a child was supposed to be raised. My dad
mom said she never hit me, and I laughed in her face. I was like, what?
Oh, they always say that. They always say that. Why are you hitting your kids? I never hit you. Yo, my mom threw a hot iron at me. I don't want to hear some shit about you never hit me. Like, I don't care what anybody says. She'll deny it to this day. But I remember that angry time she hit me, and she called me in my back. But the reason I say that is because my dad was raised, and he raised me the same way, and it took me years to reprogram my mind. He raised me with, men don't cry. You're a man. Chunk it up.
Yeah.
Man it up. You know what I mean? So he was raised with that mentality, never to cry, the love that my dad showed me was tough love. Mm-hmm. I knew he loved me because he showed me really great lessons in life. But to say that I got the best hug that I got from my father was the day I saw him after 7 years. Mm-hmm. And maybe it took 7 years for him to break to see that this is how you show love.
After 41 years.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. You know? So he was raised that way. And I always vowed to do better than... My father was a great father. I would never take that away from him. But I've always vowed to do better than... And my dad taught me that. I told my dad that one time. I said, Dad, I want to be like you when I grow up. You know, all our kids, we say that to our parents. I want to be like you when I grow up. And my dad told me, don't ever say that again. I'm like, what do you mean? I don't want to ever hear those words come out of your mouth again. I was like, well, why, Dad? I admire you. I admire how hard you work for us, for the family. I want you to be better than me. Mm-hmm. I work to give you the best, not so you can be the same that I am. And I was like, shit, that was deep.
But I don't think they understand that it made us who we are.
Exactly.
But
exactly.
But our kids don't have to go through the same thing.
Yeah, but he doesn't go through the same. He wanted me to be better, and I understand that now that I am a better parent. I am a better father. My kids cry, or my son, my stepson, and my oldest son, because I have 3 of my own kids that live in Vegas, and then I have my 2 stepkids that are my wife's children. But they cry, and I don't tell them, don't cry. What are you crying for? Mm-hmm. That's baby stuff, you know. I say, okay, cry, let it out. But then I need you to talk to me and let me know what's going on. What emotions are you going through? Why are you crying? Why do you feel this way? And let's work through that. But because that, you don't need to cry, man up, never helped me when I was, you know, I grew up with a lot of problems, like emotional damage because of that. So I don't want my kids to grow up with that same emotional damage. So I tell them, cry. It's okay to cry. But Mom, like my ex-wife and my son, he called me with an issue that he was going through, really hard issue. And he called me on the phone telling me what happened. And I'm like, what did your mom say? She goes, she told me I shouldn't be crying. I should man it up. I'm like, that's wrong. That is so wrong. You are going through something emotionally tough. You need to you need to allow. You need to cry, and you need to work through that. And then, you know, I flew him over to see me. We talked. We had some time together. He flew back. He felt better. So, I mean, and it's just the way that they were raised compared to how we're raised now. And my wife now taught me that. Okay. Like, I can't raise them the same way I was raised, knowing she knows a lot of the emotional baggage that I came into the relationship with. Mm-hmm. So we can't raise our children the same way we were raised back then.
Did you see the podcast of the 2 grown men that are making hundreds of thousands of dollars? And like, I'm watching my kid through my phone. And then the guy's asking the older gentleman, how does he do it? And he starts crying. And he goes, bro, I'm drinking at 10 in the morning. And the reason I say that is because I feel like once you make it to a certain point, like you said, you're financially stable. Mm-hmm. You can go see your father. You're busy, whatever. But certain people go work, and then they want to go work for the millions, and they want to work for the billions. Mm-hmm. And then their kids after 7, 8 years, they were not in their kids' life. Mm-hmm. What do you think about that, and what you have right now, time to be with your family, like you just said, and bring me to the fatherhood?
I get that 1,000%, because my dad was a workaholic. He would wake up at 4:00 in the morning, be out the house by 5, to go drive an hour to his job, to not come home until 7, 8 o'clock at night, eat, shower, go to sleep, and do it again the next day. Mm-hmm. Give him about 1 day off a week. And he did all that, and we barely had enough to make ends meet. Yeah. Like, you know, we lived in an okay house in an okay neighborhood. So I can't say I lived bad, but my dad worked very hard for that. It wasn't only till my mom started, you know, her own business, when my dad helped her start her own business, that we started living a little better. You know, instead of eating rice and eggs every day, we had meat. We had chicken.
That's what it was, right?
Rice and eggs. I grew up with rice and eggs. Yeah, and to this day, I love rice and eggs. Like, if my wife doesn't want to cook, I tell her, I'm like, make me some rice and eggs. I'm good. Like, I'm good with that. Like, I grew up like that. Yeah. But it was tough, and I know stuff. I know he must have felt horrible not being able to spend that time with us. And he did it all so that he can give us everything that he never had. Mm-hmm. And when I
We
was
can't
in my
see that at a young age.
no, you're not at a young age. You never see that. You want to see your parents. Why your dad is never around. Why he never spends any time with me. Now I understand that. Now being older, I understand that. And that's when I had to reevaluate because my last relationship was like that. You know, my wife wanted a big house. She wanted all the fancy stuff. She wanted brand new cars, and my kids wanted this, wanted that, and I wanted to give them everything. I wanted to do all that for them. But it took for me to work crazy amount of hours to make that happen. That could have been another reason why our relationship didn't work out. But I learned from all that. And then that's why now I'm trying to do things better. Now, I found a way, thank God, because of social media and because of the way that the world is evolving, I'm able to spend time with my family and continue working with my family and grow with my family. My daughter, I just opened up her first business. She got her first LLC.
What is it?
Her website. She likes making beads. Like bracelets?
Beads, right? Bracelets.
Yeah.
I seen a photo of the other day.
She loves making that. So I made her a company.
That's fire.
Yeah. So she has her own LLC, her own website, her own like shipping, everything. It's like I took care of all that for her. So cause I want to show her she can work from home, spend time with family, still do what she enjoys doing.
That's smooth.
Yeah. So.
Anything else? Oh, actually, one more thing. So I had some kid on my podcast who had his parents split up. You know what I'm saying? And I asked them to send a motivational, little quote for the people that have split parents and they're younger. He was happy to say, you know what I'm saying, you'll see your mom happier, you'll see your father happier, and it'll change your life for the better. Regardless if you don't see them together, it's okay, Them individually, they're still human.
Yeah.
So they'll do everything to be, their parents, and they'll do everything to try to stay as long as they possibly can to be together. But like you said, at a later age, you're like, oh, am I going to stay with this woman for this long? If my parents, 20 years later down the line, are they happier? Are they not happier? You never know. But and then you never know if they stay together, it'll be worse.
Yep.
So do you have any advice for stepkids, stepfathers, anything that
Yeah, for kids who are going through that, and I totally understand. I think I saw a video one time that somebody's. And I read the comments, and it was something to do with that. And the comments, a lot of kids were commenting, and they were like, don't they know how hard it is for us to see them separated? I think it's so much harder having two parents who hate each other and who fight every day, and for you to be home and seeing constant fighting every single day, because then it programs you mentally that is what a relationship is about.
Yep.
And it isn't. It's about love. It's about communication. It's about two people trying to do the best with what they have, or trying to show love to their children. And if they're constantly bickering, constantly fighting, constantly hating each other, they're never going to show that love. They're never going to pass that love to their kids. What they're going to pass to them is hate, baggage, and it's going to show them what a bad relationship is about. So I think it's better for two people who are not together, just split, let it go. It's going to be tough at first. But my kids now understand. I mean, they're a little older now, so they understand. My wife's kids, my stepchildren, also were going through a lot of stuff when she got divorced with her ex. And I had to talk to them as well, and and tell them the same thing. I'm like, did you always like your mom and dad fighting all the time? And they're like, no, we didn't. We hated it. I was like, so then you got to think about that. You don't always want to have that in your life. So, I mean, it's tough, but it's better. It's a better life.
Anything else you want to say?
No, that's it.
Last topic of this segment, my boy. Elon Musk said charging $8 a month for Twitter verification might be the dumb decision, but we'll see. So, have you heard about that, Elon Musk?
Yes. Okay. I know a bunch of friends of mine that have gotten verified on Twitter.
This is a man that has his Instagram for the first time in his life. TikTok just smacked him with the verification. You had your Twitter verification before, right?
Yeah, I've been had my Twitter verification.
And they're going to be different logos or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
So it's going to be like white for the official guys, and then it's actually going to be blue, like the original blue. What do you think? And someone asked me, they don't understand what this is, so I just want you to comment on it. Whatever you want to say. Someone's like, yo, if I get paid that $8, will I go get verified on Instagram and TikTok? And I was like, I'm going to be honest. The only thing I've heard is, like, if you get verified on Instagram, you might get verified on other platforms because it's harder to get verified on Instagram. But if you're gonna pay for a Twitter verification, you're not gonna get verified anywhere else.
No. I don't think a Twitter verification is gonna get you verified anywhere else. Especially if Elon Musk says he's gonna do what he's gonna do, where he's gonna separate what's called the official verifications and the verification for joining TikTok Blue.
Yep.
I think it's not gonna help you. I don't think being TikTok verified helps you anywhere. To me personally, I was TikTok verified for a long time, and you seen how long it took me to get Instagram verified, Facebook verified. They didn't give a shit about Twitter.
Oh, you got the Facebook one too?
Yeah, I got Facebook as well. I had Twitter first, then Facebook, then Instagram. No, then YouTube, then Instagram, then TikTok. Nice. But they don't care about TikTok verification. So I guess he's doing it. He spent a lot of money for this company, and he's trying to find a way to balance the sheets. And I guess that's his way. That's the Elon Musk way to do it. I really don't care because I'm not a Twitter fan to begin with.
I fuck with Twitter. But.
Yeah, you fuck with Twitter heavy. But I don't, so I can care less. When I got Twitter verified, I was like, okay. But for me, it was good because if you were Twitter verified, you were Vine verified back in the days.
Yeah, because they owned each other, right?
Exactly, because Vine was owned by Twitter, so that's why it was important for the people who were Viners. But now that Vine's gone and Twitter verification just means just Twitter, is like, you know, it's like, to me at least, I don't give a shit.
I just take a shirt, you know what I'm saying? People don't understand, you know what I'm saying? If you earn it, bro, you earn it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you're not going to pay and then expect to be verified everywhere else.
Exactly.
And I will say Mr. Andrew Tate is back. And apparently Donald Trump, as of like an hour ago, is back on Twitter.
He's back on Twitter.
Freedom of
Yes.
speech, Twitter.
Yes.
What do you think about that? And then let's get to the next one.
Yo, you know what? I think I watched or I opened up Twitter way more when Donald Trump was in office than when they took him out of Twitter. Once they took him out of Twitter, I just stopped looking at Twitter. There was no. I think it was really funny. Like a lot of stuff that he would say was just like, I opened up Twitter like, let me see what Trump is gonna say today. You know, like it was one of those things. It was like exciting. I was like, ooh, what's he gonna say? So I actually like Trump on Twitter. Like he's funny. He's a funny guy.
Just tweets, man.
Yeah, just tweets. Yeah. It's just
bro.
words, and I'm talking words. Like, like, hello, freedom of speech. You want to be freedom of speech, but then you're gonna kick the guy out for saying some. Like, and I get what happened with the whole. What happened?
I don't know. I thought someone was flicking over here.
No, you want me to turn it on?
Is that backlights?
Yeah, I have back. I can turn it on. You want me to turn that shit on, baby? I can turn that shit on.
Make me look good, bro.
Oh,
What's up?
hold up.
Man, halfway through the podcast.
Yeah, but you said you got another segment.
Yeah, we do have another segment.
Okay, then.
It's Bluetooth?
Yeah.
Let me see how this Bluetooth should work.
Hold on.
I hope you guys can't hear this music, but fuck it.
I just updated the app. Why is the Wi-Fi down?
The Wi-Fi's down?
Yeah, well, I don't have it on mine.
I mean, the live's still going, so I don't think it's down.
No, I'm just not connected to it. Whoa, hold on. Oh, that's right.
What happened?
He got a new
Password?
Yeah, no, a new router.
Oh, okay. Well, while you figure that out, let me introduce you to the next segment, guys. We're in the Doggy Down segment.
Oh, Doggy.
Talking about, no, keep putting your password in, but talking about relationships of the week and who flop, explaining the story and feeding my opinion or asking my guests about their opinion and what they would do in this situation. No, turn me lights on, bro.
Hold on. Team.
Well, I make another drink. How you feeling?
Good. Good so far. Not sure why it's not connecting. Yours connected right away, right?
Yeah, you put password. Oh shit, you put the password.
Oh, let me restart my shit. It's not catching the network right.
It didn't turn on manual?
Hold on. Not even connected. No wonder I couldn't find it. It'll turn on right away. Boom.
Wow.
Look at that now. Look at that.
Look at all that time.
Look at the camera. Look at the camera.
Wow. Alright, you ready?
Yeah.
Listen, PeteDavidson reportedly had his hands all over EmilyRatajkowaki. I don't know who that is. You know who that is?
Yeah. No, I don't know who she is, but I heard about that.
Okay.
And at the same time, wasn't Kim Kardashian breaking the internet again, or posting some pictures or something like that, showing she don't need him or something like that?
Well, I don't know. You know about.
That's what I saw.
But they broke up in August. So I want to talk about real quick relationships. It's been 3 months. I feel like after 3 months you can date. But I want to talk about celebrity relationships, as in they can't really go out in public with anybody without a headline like this that says they're dating. They might not be dating. You know what I'm saying? It might be a cool night. You get some pizza with somebody. You know?
Get a little smashy smash on.
What do you got to say about celebrity dating and not being able to actually start off, just hanging out with somebody because the headlines is gonna be like this every single time.
I think it's tough, really tough, but it's one of the things that like it comes with the territory, so to speak. Like you got all the money all the money you could want. You can travel where you want. You get free shit. Fame, fortune. Like Aladdin, the genie, right? He's got all this power, and trapped in a little tiny bottle. And that's the downside to it. You got you got all that stuff, but you can't do relationships. If you cheat, it's all over social media. If you spend money the wrong way, everybody knows about it. You get criticized. If you slap somebody on stage, you lose your whole career. So, it comes with the territory. You gotta shed that. You gotta walk that thin line. It's tough, but it is what it is.
How long did it take you to be public with you and your new wife and the stepkids and stuff like that?
My wife never wanted to be on social. When I first met my wife, she actually had 100 followers on Instagram, and she didn't like social media. So at first, she was just holding my camera for me. She was just my camera girl. And even after she started, I think it took us a year and a half before I actually started posting that she was my girl.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think that was one of the best things that I did, which is tough for couples that are starting new, because you post it and then a year later you're done and now you're taking them down, you're deleting their fucking pictures off your thread. But luckily for me, it didn't work that way. So even if my wife and I break up, God forbid, knock on, it's not real wood, it's a tree or whatever. There's wood. I would never take anything down.
Thank you.
The next woman has to fucking just deal with it.
Question, bro.
Yeah, no, she's gonna have to deal with it. So, I would never. That everything that woman has done for me, changed me, helped me grow. If she leaves me or if something happens between us, she's gonna leave a good man, because she done remodeled a house. The next person get the house is gonna get a good house. So I'm the next girl gotta know you're gonna have to deal with it. She's gonna be my best friend for life. That woman has done so much for me that even if we was to break up, the next girl's just gonna have to deal with it or not. Bye. But it is what it is.
So I like that. That's how I am. You know what I'm saying? I've had arguments with a bunch of people, and you know what I'm saying, I don't want to talk about it. But deleting, and I said it as in I'm younger, so I was like, I wouldn't delete my prom photos. I wouldn't delete my graduation photos. My college, I had a girlfriend during college, and we graduated together. I would not delete that photo. That's a memory that has to do with, we went through this fucking process. We graduated together, and that photo's gonna be there for the rest of my life. Even if I have it planted right here on a fucking wall, it's my graduation photo with the person that got me through the graduation.
Exactly.
And they're like, "Oh no, that's your ex. Delete it."
No, you was not in our life during that moment. Why would you delete that memory from me? My wife has photos of her ex. If you go real far down her Instagram and her Facebook, you'll see photos of her and her ex. And I'm not gonna try to delete it. That was her life at that point. Instagram is about your life. It's a feed of your life. So can you delete that part of your life? Never. So why would you delete it off of something that describes your life? That's the way I see it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Someone that fucking agrees. Someone with common sense. Fuck you guys, man. God damn, bro. And we're gonna get into a little bit more of the celebrity social media dating vibes. So we already talked about celebrity dating. They can't really go out in public, can't do whatever they want to do. But we have one right here they're gonna have to hear and listen to. And you might know these two because I talk about them every fucking day.
Yeah.
Associates.
Yes, that's correct.
Thank you. A number of people supporting him in the courtroom today, including, I've been told, a fiance and some friends and some business associates.
Yes, that's correct.
Thank you. I am going to set bail in this case based on the nature of the charges. The allegations are quite serious and could have been much worse. $50,000 is a reasonable amount of bail. Bail will be set in the amount of $50,000 cash or surety. It's likely that Mr. Porter is going to make that bail amount.
Just in case you couldn't hear that, Blueface is getting bail of $50,000, and in the crowd of the people supporting him is his fiance.
Okay.
So I want to make sure you know that it's the fiance.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard anything about Blueface?
Isn't that the guy that was getting beat up by his
fiance?
By his fiance. Yeah.
It wasn't her fiance. No, it was not for fiance.
It was his girlfriend.
This is the first day we hear about fiance.
Yeah, because it was his girlfriend.
What have you heard about the couple?
So from what I remember, not only her, but seeing on social media, she would whoop his ass up and down everywhere. Like, it wasn't just one place. It was like everywhere they go, she would beat the shit out of him. Not to beat the shit out of him, but she would smack him up, and, you know, he would kind of like not do. From what I saw, he wouldn't do nothing.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of other people trying to keep her away from him. But it was like Johnny Depp and and his ex, Amber Heard. Yeah, it's a woman of abusive to a man.
I feel like they're gonna have their own show one day.
Yeah, they probably will.
So, I want to get into the, let's say, because he's in jail right now.
For with them two or
no, attempted murder.
Oh, okay,
something
something different.
So
Okay.
This is why the conversation is going to more of a. She said fiance, and every time you are about to hit jail and you know you're about to get locked up, you know, you marry the person. I think R. Kelly or whatever, because, you know, the wife gets to keep all the money and shit. You know,
she has to manage the money while he's in there.
Yeah. Nothing gets locked out or whatever.
Yep.
But what do you think about someone holding someone down? So attempted murder will give you like 10 plus years, you know, depending on what it is. What do you think about women that hold down their jailbird?
She's not holding him down.
No, she loves him.
No, that's not love.
It's definitely not love.
That's not love. That's fucking toxicity to the 1000th level. There's no love there. There may be passion, there may be financial gain, but that's not love. Love, if you love someone, you never put your hands on them like that. Okay. Never. Unless it's sexually, because you're slapping the shit out their ass, or she says, baby, slap me, or whatever, you know? Like that's love, you know? Not physically, like touching. Like, I'm sorry, the day that like my wife puts a hand on me or I put my hand on her, it's over. We done. Because once you pass that threshold, there's no coming back.
Yep.
That's not love, dude. She's holding him down because she wants that money. She likes the dick or something. It has to be something else, but that's not love. That's crazy. Anybody who says that's love or she loves him, no, she doesn't. She's obsessed.
She definitely is.
That's psychotic, yo.
You know how many tattoos she has?
Like 1 billion, I don't know.
Of him?
Of him?
Face tattoo.
It's obsession, bro.
Face tattoo.
It's obsession, bro.
Name tattoo.
Nah, dude.
Jonathan's pussy tattoo.
It might be yours.
Hey. ChriseanRock, you already know the vibe. Bro, there's like 7-8 tattoos with his name or his face on it. On her body.
That's not love, bro. That is not love. I don't give a shit what anybody says.
You look at the camera and say, ChriseanRock. That is not love.
ChriseanRock. That is not love. That woman's obsessed. I don't know what kind of D you gave her. Don't pass that D out no more, because you're about to take away a lot more women, make them crazy, but that's not love.
It's not love, my boy.
It's not.
It's not love. Listen, Arizona teacher hubby loses job after filming OnlyFans videos in class. OF videos in class. Let me read that one more time so I can use it as a clip. Arizona teacher hubby loses job after filming OF videos in class. What do you think about this generation, the teachers' generation? Your kids are in these schools. Teachers are now 22, 23 because all the older ladies and women have retired, my boy.
Because they don't want to be around these crazy kids no more.
Yeah. So, do you have any opinions on what's going on?
That's tough.
She said the money was short, and they made a video in class, not during the class session, but like after school program vibes, and they made some activities in OnlyFans.
My thing is, you gotta to each their own. Like at the end of the day, to each their own.
But I'm saying,
well, hold
your
on.
kid's teacher.
Hold on.
Parent.
Hold on. To each their own. Okay. Because everybody knows the problems that they're dealing with, and they know how far they can go before they can say, I can't take it no more. I'm gonna take this next step to destroy my whole life. To do something like this.
Yep.
Me as a parent, see, it's tough.
You as a parent, so I'm asking.
Me as a parent, I would be very upset that my kids' teachers are doing this. So I find out that this happened. But it's a big but. It depends. If my kids don't have OnlyFans and they never watched it, they don't know what's going on.
It's free on Reddit.
Well, OnlyFans free on Reddit? I didn't know that.
Ass titties everywhere.
I didn't know that. But
Now you know.
Not all the kids know about Reddit. Majority of do. But
Reddit is, the kids are Reddit.
what grade was it? I mean, that's a good point. I mean, if they're like kindergarten, like hello. I mean, it's disgusting,
8th
but
grade teacher. So.
oh no,
Middle
yeah.
kids,
No, I'd be
they
pissed
know
the
what's
fuck
up.
off. They know what's up. Yeah, they know what's up. Wow, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. Cause nowadays these kids know more than we do.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm
Shit,
saying.
they know about sex. I don't know about sex like middle school when I'm almost going to high school. I mean, I knew about sex, but they started teaching that shit.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about you and your kids as a father.
Exactly.
Man.
So me as a father, knowing that my kids know more now
right.
than what I knew back then, and then having that shit like going down, I would be really upset. I'd be mad. But then again, it's like, you need that money, you about to get kicked the fuck out, you know? Shit, I'm about to get kicked out. Hold up.
Listen.
I'm about to make these over. Did they make a lot of money on that one? Or?
I doubt it. I'll tell you right now, but this is her little speech.
Do not believe that my name should be smeared throughout the community when I made one mistake that didn't affect anybody until other adults began allowing children access to my content. It has been quite concerning to me that parents are continuing to allow their children to comment, harass me and my family, and threaten myself as well as others connected to my social media, as well as follow pages that they knew themselves were not appropriate for minors.
It's the parents' fault that they're continuing to smear her name?
It's the parents' fault for not seeing how crazy the teacher was that your kid's in class with. Yo, she looked psychotic. And you see she's reading, right? You didn't see she's like...
Oh, yeah, she's definitely reading.
Yeah. So she's reading this and somebody told her to write. So yeah, the parents are psychotic. If they fucking see this crazy teacher teaching their kids and they don't ask questions, because she looks psycho.
Oh, you're talking about just her in her looks by herself?
Yeah, just her looks by herself. She looks psycho. She looked like there's like, and I go to teacher conferences and I sit down and talk to the teachers.
They look crazy?
Yo, and if they look crazy, I'm asking 2 questions. I'm trying to change my kids out of that class. Like, you know, that's me at least, you know? But, and the fact that she would blame the parents, like that's nuts.
That's what she did.
So you know she's psycho.
You gotta do the blame game.
How dare you let your kids have a computer and find me on Reddit? Like, what?
After the whole school is talking about
what?
It. But worst part is I went on her Instagram. She has a Fansly, and I was like, mate, what the fuck's Fansly? Let me click it. And she still has it up, and she's still making money off it because she lost her job, anyways.
I mean, now she has no choice.
No, she has no choice. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who's gonna subscribe to. I think people who subscribed before just want to see the school background.
Well, I'm saying if her name is plastered everywhere,
it's not that great if it's $12 a month. Like the good ones are like 20, ain't they?
No, they're usually 5.
Usually 5. What does that one say? No, I seen some with 20.
This is $12.99. Yeah, some say 20, 30, but cheap people, I don't know.
Yeah.
They do like private photos and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But.
She should have got Instagram subscriptions.
Can you do that on Instagram?
I don't know.
I was like, why? What's this?
I don't know. I haven't showed a titty yet on Instagram. I don't know. I'm about to show a titty on Instagram and see how far I can get.
We can't show titties on Instagram and Facebook anymore. I don't know
if you're a girl, yeah. If you're a girl and it has it like you see those
men can't be shirtless anymore.
No, they can't. But a women, you seen these videos on Instagram?
If they're feeding their babies.
No, bro, no. Watch this. And tell me about double standards.
Let me see your Discover.
Hold on. What do you mean by Discover?
If you look at ass and titties and you click search, it'll just say you look at ass titties all day.
Oh no.
My shit's bad.
Mine. I don't never search for that shit. But my friends, I'm not gonna say their names because they might be here. But look.
Oh shit.
Yo.
And it's still up.
And look how many likes and how many views.
Oh, that's weird.
Bro, and it's not just one.
Oh, that's weird.
Look how many likes.
I haven't seen that.
So you know what I mean? Yeah. So, mind you, this is my friends. I like these Instagram group chats because I don't have to watch it, but they send it so I can watch it that way. So it still doesn't show that I was looking for it. Hold on, that's far up. But you saw how, I mean.
Okay, that's crazy, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if we was to be there with no shirt at the beach, we'll get flagged.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
They're blurring nipples now, men's nipples now.
Yes. Now
I understand.
It's such a double
flag.
It's such a double standard, bro. It's such a double standard. It's so horrible.
Yeah.
So horrible.
But I thought you were talking about like when they're feeding the baby, they can have their titty out.
No, I seen that too on TikTok a lot.
TikTok, yeah.
Yeah.
Titties out everywhere.
I seen that too.
Yeah.
I think that's bad.
Yeah.
I
think it's bad regardless.
Don't get me wrong. I like seeing the titty. I like me some titties. But I know my kids watch TikTok. You know what I mean? So do I really want to see somebody else's titties? Like, you know, that's like,
knowing they're watching someone else did you.
Exactly. Like that's kind of you know. So yeah.
Anything else you want to say about teachers and?
Teachers have it tough. Teachers have it tough. I mean, you seen that one lady who quit being a teacher because she started OnlyFans, and she was making more money as an OnlyFans.
Oh, she was like the original one.
Yeah. She was the original. Yeah.
She's still shaking ass now.
She's real famous. So teachers have it tough, man. They're having to deal with not raising our kids, but teaching our kids, and then getting paid shit money. And doing that job is not easy. We all understood what it was during COVID when we had to teach our kids and we couldn't stand them. We were dying to send them back to school. So it's like they have it tough, man, and they're not getting paid well. They're looking for ways to make some side hustle. That's what it is.
You ready for the last segment? Listen, we're in the Double D segment, referring to any female that's popping that week, growing or blowing up. Not about her features, but referring to the female empowerment in a funny way and promoting a female in a different way.
Okay.
And today's woman of the night is, did you see the lady that died on vacation and they beat her up on camera?
They beat her up on camera?
Yeah. I think it's either in DR or Mexico.
No.
You didn't see that?
No.
She's out with her friends. I think she's out with her man, who's also on getting on CNN and Fox News, talking and oh yeah, that's my girl and this and that. And I didn't know what was happening. Her lip was busted and she popped the vessel. And I guess they beat her up so hard that they broke her spine or something. And I just want to talk about, that's our queen of the night, but I want to talk about whatever situation you may be in. I don't believe in fighting. I don't believe in violence. I wouldn't fight. Talk it out, whatever, or don't talk to them ever again. But for you to beat someone up and then someone's recording the whole situation, you know what I'm saying? That didn't stop it after the girl's already getting her ass beat. And that's accessory to murder or whatever. What do you have to say? Because this is social media, bro. And I feel like people are beating each other up. And I seen a video today of a group of dudes about to jump some guy in front of the cops. And the guy just pulled out a gun and said, fuck it, bro. If they're going to jump me, I'm ready to shoot right now. In front of cops. And then 10 cops came up and pulled out the gun. But they were going to let him get beat up.
They were going to let him beat up, yep.
On camera.
Yep.
So what do you think about that? That's the George Floyd stuff, all that good stuff. On camera, people are doing this nasty stuff.
That's a double-edged sword. It's a quadruple-edged sword. Because I'm gonna give you different scenarios, right? Let's say I jump in and help her, right? Then I get beat up and stabbed too, because I jumped into a situation that was out of my control. I had nothing to do with that. I don't even know the person. Me being a good Samaritan, I get in there, and two things can happen. One, I can save her. I can stop them from doing what they can. Or another thing, they can kill me too.
Yep.
And then now my kids don't have a father. My wife doesn't have a husband, and somebody else is filming them on social media, right? So there goes one bad part, all right? Another bad thing is, how do we know that it happened? How do we know that all this happened to her?
What do you mean?
How do we know what happened to her happened?
That's what I'm saying, it was recorded.
Exactly. So if there wasn't nobody recording, we would have no evidence that happened. So yeah, it's bad that instead of somebody helping, they're recording this person. Yeah. But because they recorded it, now there's evidence to maybe lock these people up, to show her family, to give them some peace of what happened. It's not peace, but now there's a way for them to see it, like what's going on. That's another thing. Another one is okay, let's say I don't film it, but I don't help. I'm wrong as well.
Yep.
Because now I'm not filming it. So if I film it, I'm wrong because I didn't help. But if I filmed it, I'm wrong too. So if I don't film it, I'm wrong. If I film it, I'm wrong. If I help, I'm wrong. If I don't help, I'm wrong. So it's it's a really hard decision to make at that moment. Yeah. I don't like fighting too, but if I would see a woman getting beat, I don't think about my family. I think about my family, but at that point, I think about saving that person that's right in front of me. I don't try to I jump in. That's the way I was built.
I don't think about being Superman, bro. Never.
I jump in. I'm crazy. I jump in and throw punches. I'm just weird like that. I don't know. And I've done it before, so that's how I know that's the person I am, because I've seen people getting beat up, and I've gone into the confrontation that had nothing to do with me. And I almost got shot one time for helping somebody that had nothing to do with. Okay. So that's just the way I am.
Where'd you learn that from?
My parents, my father.
What?
My father always taught me you never let someone else who's powerless be defeated or be taken down. He's always taught me if you have the strength and the power to help somebody, do it.
I believe that in a big brother way. If you see two kids fighting, you know, and you're the big guy, like, hey guys, chill the fuck out, do this another day, not in front of me.
And what difference does that make? Kids nowadays can stab you just as much as an adult.
But if you're at the club and you're seeing two grown men, 200 pounds.
Oh, nah.
Yeah,
Okay,
guys, keep the peace.
No. Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
but you heard what I said. If I see somebody,
But 200 pounds and then someone that's 150. And
if I see a 300-pound muscle-bound dude beating up a skinny, scrawny guy, yeah, I'm gonna try to stop him. I'm gonna try to separate it.
Out.
Not me. I'm crazy, dog.
Bro,
I'm going for the balls first.
so I respect that. Like I'm a big brother vibes. I hate bullying. I grew up with hundreds of cousins. I was the youngest out of all of them. All dickheads. I hate them all. We're cool now because we're old enough. But back in the day, it's like, you know, I probably would have been the guy in the backpack pulling out the gun type shit.
Yeah.
You know
Clear out,
what I'm saying?
motherfucker.
Fuck everybody.
Yeah.
But I don't do it now in the sense of, like, I don't know why, but let's say the other day, I'm walking, some old man behind me in the back corner is fucking about to fall over. He's having a heart attack or some shit. And some guy in front of me is running like a whole football field to go save him. And I'm just walking. I'm just like, doo. I just kept walking, but I didn't think anything of it. I'm like, I'm not going to deal with it. I don't want to be the one there waiting for the cops, calling 911. They're asking me what happened. I don't know. I don't want to be in that situation. I don't feel like I'm an asshole for that situation.
You're not. But like I told you,
I'm not ready for that.
It's a quadruple-edged sword, bro.
Yeah.
You're not. Why you think there's a law now to protect doctors when they help somebody in the street? Because before it was like, was there a doctor and the doctor would try to help the person to die and the doctor gets sued.
Yeah.
And now there's a law to protect them. It's because of that. Because it was happening. That people were like, they didn't know whether they should help or not because they don't want to get in trouble. And you know that if you give CPR to somebody that's dying outside in the street, you get CPR, you bring them back to life, but you break their ribs in the process, they can sue you. Yeah. So it's like, so why would I give somebody CPR if I'm gonna get sued? Like, so it's a quadruple-edged sword all the way around. Like, no matter what you do, you might get fucked. So it's one of those, you know, making a decision at that point and just being fine with the decision you make. If your decision is not to help, then don't help. If you see down the road that the person got killed, you have to live with that in your conscience. You know, not nobody else.
Yeah.
So, and if you help the person and you get stabbed and you die, you can't live with that conscience because now you're gone. You know what I mean? So what do you want to do? Live with the conscience that you didn't do nothing or not live?
But do you believe everyone deserves what's coming to them?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you break up a fight, you don't know if that guy fucked his wife or something.
I don't think anybody deserves what's coming to them.
I feel like
I think
they're put in that position for a reason.
No, I think no. I
think so. I believe so.
Let me break down a story to you.
Give me a story.
Let me tell you a story, right? So I was in high school and I just left, I think it was like football practice. And I was outside sitting on the steps waiting for my friends to come pick me up. We're going to go ice skating that night. They're going to pick me up. We're going to go to his house and show whatever. So I'm sitting at the steps. And then some girl comes and sit down close to me at the steps and starts crying. Like that. And I'm just, I'm like, are you okay? That's what I asked. Are you okay? No, my boyfriend, this and that. She's like, talk to me. I'm like, oh, that sucks. Like I don't know the girl. I don't know. Oh, that sucks, this and that. And then I was like, and I had tissues. I was like, you want a tissue? So I went and gave her a tissue. How the fuck her boyfriend was coming up right when I was giving this girl some tissues. And she was like, oh, this, and the guy was like, oh, this guy you fucking behind my back and this and that, right? So I'm like, yo, I don't know the girl. And she's like, no. She's like, don't lie to me. That's the nigga you fucking, I'm a fuck, So the guy like pissed at me. He was like, fucking, yo, I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Yo, I don't even know this girl. Like, whatever. At that point, my boys came. They picked me up. I'm like, yo, I'm out. I don't even know who this girl is. I'm out. Don't you know? This dude went to the damn ice skating rink that I went to that same night.
Someone snitched on you?
I don't know. I don't know if somebody snitched on me. I don't know how he knew I was there. So he went there. And he was like, yeah, you that nigga? And I'm like, yo, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know your girlfriend. I don't know who she fucking. I don't know who the hell you're talking about. But if you want to fight, we can fight. Like I'm not going to pussy down on nobody. So we can get at it. But you're going to fight a nigga that had nothing to do with it. And somebody's still going to be fucking your girl. Yeah. And he was like, well, you think you... And I was like, yo, it's whatever. Like, okay. But there's like 6 dudes, right? It was 6 dudes and me. And I'm like, fuck. My boys are like, yo, we got you. This is when I found out you can't trust everybody. We got you. Don't worry about it. Tell them, let's go outside, yo. And it was like, oh, I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Okay, we good. It's even fight, yo. They got my back. We got you. I was like, let's go. Fuck it. Let's go outside. One, we take off our skates, this and that. We go outside, and the guys come up and they're like, yo, what's up? You ready? And I'm like, yeah. Oh shit. Nobody. They all walked out and went the other way. Yo, so I was alone. It was only one of my boys that was there, and he wasn't there. So when I looked back and I saw nobody was with me, I'm like, fuck. You know, like, it's too late. I'm already in the middle of this. I'm not gonna be like, I'm just kidding. You know, I'm like, yo,
like, I'm sorry, guys.
I'm sorry. No, I was like, at that point, it was too late. It was either run, fight or flight. You know how they say. So the guy swung. I ducked. I got up, punched him, and I put him in a headlock and just dug down with him in the headlock and just started beating the shit out of him. But I didn't let him go. And I was getting kicked and punched from all directions. Like, boom, boom, kicked everything, yo. But I'm fucking him up. I'm like, I'm not letting you go. Yeah. So boom, I'm fucking him up, and everybody's fucking me up. And then one of my boys apparently came back, or he was looking for me, and he was one of the biggest guys. He just started grabbing dudes and tossing people, and he's just tossing dudes out of the way. And he grabbed me. He was like, "Ain't nobody touching him." Fuck, you know. And I'm all fucked up. You know, the other guy fucked up too because I didn't let him go. You know, and we left. And the guy he took me to get something to eat. And he's like, "Yo, you okay?" I'm like, "Yo, I thought I thought all those guys were my friends. Like, I thought they had my back. Like,
do you blame them?
No, I blame me because I should have knew better.
Did you come with those guys?
Yes.
Like, you guys drove in the car?
Yeah, I knew them for a while.
Man, they fucked up.
Yeah, I knew them for a while, but I blame me because I should have known better, yo.
Let me ask you a question. In my club life, my club nightlife vibes, because, you know, there's gangs and stuff in places, like, you go with the wrong people.
Yeah.
If you don't come in my vehicle, we're the 3-4 guys, 2-3 girls in my vehicle. I'm taking care of the girls, whether they have boyfriend problems, whatever it is, and 3 of the guys. And you're my boy, and you're over there in that VIP, in the wrong VIP, and they get jumped. I'm not jumping.
I'm not jumping in.
Oh, okay.
I had nothing to do with it. Yeah, no, nothing to do with it. You come with me, you come with me.
Yeah.
Or if you didn't come in my car, but we all came to be together in the same spot, same VIP.
Same area.
Yeah, same area. It's us. We're taking care of us. Yeah, but if you were somebody else, that's on you. Nobody told you to be over there.
Okay.
So the next day, let's go to that day. He was like, you know, I was like, yo, you know, I'm just mad because I thought those were my friends and shit. And he's like, nah, don't worry about it. I got you. So the next day I go to school, normally, whatever. Them guys were like, yo, what happened? I ignored all of them. I cut them out of my life like instantly. I don't give second chances. Not like that, you know? So I come out at the end of the day of school. I come outside and the guy's there outside waiting for me again. All his boys.
For round 2 or what?
Yeah, that's what I thought. I said, fuck. One more time. Fuck it. I'm like, yo, let's get it. You want again? Let's go. And he was like, no, you know what? Me and my girl talked. She let me know what happened. She let me know it wasn't you. But I respect you because you didn't run away. You held it down. You know, you stood your ground even though you was alone. And I respect you. And he was with a bunch of dudes. Whenever you have a problem, dude, I got your back. If I see you in the streets, you're part of my crew. And I'm like, no, I'm not part of no crew. And you want to protect me, okay? But I ain't part of you. I ain't part of nobody. I'm solo. And I just learned you can't trust everybody. You got to trust yourself. Yeah.
Never been in that situation, but I'm always set up.
So that's what I'm saying. Not everybody deserves what they got. Yeah. Because I didn't deserve what I got. Yeah. I had nothing to do with that. I was just I was just wrong place, wrong time. You know, trying to be a nice person.
But you just said 6-on-1.
Yeah.
If I seen that, I'm still not going to save this man's life. I'm not
saving your life. No. I mean,
that's what I'm trying to tell you.
No, if you see 6 against 1,
I get your point, but you get my point.
Yeah, if you're 6 against 1 and you jump in, you're still 2 against 6.
But I'm saying,
like, there's no.
Listen, you said not everyone deserves it, so I respect it because you told me that story. But I'm looking at it 6 against 1. I'm like, what the fuck this idiot do?
But that's what everybody else was probably thinking the same time I was getting my ass whooped.
Yeah, and we're all looked the other way. When you come out gushing blood and the cops come, we don't know what happened.
We don't know what happened. Yeah, what was this idiot doing? I did nothing. Yeah. But at that point, you don't know that. Yeah. So you gotta go with the facts that you know. You know he's getting his ass whooped. He must deserve it in your head. You know what I mean? Yeah. But that's why I say I don't think everybody. I won't go into a 6 against 1. Like there's a reason something's happening. But I also think that not everybody deserves what they get. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I seen good people. I seen bad things happen to really good people. Yeah. But I seen also really good things happen to really bad people. So not everybody gets what they deserve.
Anything else you want to say?
I've watched your podcast for a while, and I'm like, yo, I wonder when he's gonna put me on his podcast.
Bro, the first flight came over here.
Yeah. That's how I was like, when you told me you're like, yo, let's make it. I was like, thank you.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Oh, okay.
'Cause we go way back.
Yeah. Oh, I know that.
Yeah. So I was like, shit, I want to be a podcast.
Oh, definitely.
I want to shoot the shits.
Yeah, hell yeah. I was trying to make it as long
And I
as
do so
possible.
much podcasts in English that it's like good to do one in Spanish. I mean, do so much in Spanish. See, I don't even know what the fuck I'm at now.
I know. Yeah. I love you, buddy.
Let's get it.
You got anything else to say?
We about to go smoke some hookah.
Oh, yeah, we are.
Yo, follow me on Instagram, RealDonJose. Follow me on TikTok, DonJose. Facebook, RealDonJose. YouTube, DonJose. Let's get it.
All platforms. Dominican John, DonJose. We love you. Dominican Cop.
Let's get it.
You still want to be known as Dominican Cop?
Yeah, I still do skits Dominican Cop. But I'm glad now that I veered away from that and I'm not just Dominican Cop. I'm DonJose. You know, I was stuck Dominican Cop for way too long.
The platforms today can make you whoever you want.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, one more question.
Ooh.
Listen.
Ooh.
You know how they say, don't surround yourself with bums. Surround yourself with people that motivate you, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
You can't always be close. Like, we're not as close, but I love you forever, man. You love me, whatever. If you love me, I don't know if you love me. But from our groups that you used to do on Sundays, motivating people to be creators and motivating us to grow, I was thinking today, I was like, I'm about to pull up to host his house. I have over 1 million followers on all platforms. And I was in that group with like 50K. And you were like, yo, guys, keep posting, be consistent, do this and that.
Yep.
And I was in my mind, I was like, let's say you have 1 million here, 1 million there, 1 million there. And I was like, earlier thinking, why can't all your family members have 1 million? Because you can't surround yourself with people that don't care about this.
You can't.
What
You
we're
can't.
doing.
It's the same way of having friends that don't do what you do. They don't understand what it takes to make this come. And I have a group called Popiwa, and we all try to we're in the studio, Popiwa Studios, and we all tried, all of us, to grow. Yeah. But not everybody had that passion to become. To grow, to do what we do, to do the content. So it started falling off. People started getting upset with other people because they were growing and other people weren't growing, but they weren't putting in the work. I mean, I think right now Popiwa is Juan and myself.
Huh? It's just you two?
Well, it's us two with the podcast, and then my wife, his wife help us. My wife doesn't even do it as much. His wife does, but majority is just us that do it. But it's because of that. Because unless you really have that drive and that passion to do this, you're not going to continue doing it. Yeah. No matter if I can give you all the tools in the world. I can say, do this, use this platform, use this hashtag, use this skit, use this form. But unless you have the passion to want it, you're not going to go nowhere. So it is what it is. I gave everybody the tools back then that they needed, and I told them, remember when TikTok was just starting?
You got me on TikTok. We made our first TikTok together.
Exactly.
My first TikTok together.
And I told everybody, get on TikTok. It's going to be the shit.
Look at me.
People like you did it, and look at you now. You know what I mean? It is what it is.